Daily Broadside, day 689. I made another one of those chopped sandwiches that's all the rage because it seems to be, well, I've done it before. It is. It didn't seem to be. It is a lot more practical of a way to eat a sandwich. If you've got a hoagie bun, you can put everything in there in the consistency of like a tuna salad or something. Everything stays in there. You're not just eating a sandwich and all the dang ham and everything squirts out the back because, out the back because it's, that's just what's so slippery from mayonnaise and mustard and whatnot. And if you don't know what I'm talking about where you take all the ingredients. You take your lettuce and your mayonnaise and your banana peppers and your onions, whatever the crap you're putting in this sandwich. And you put it on the chopping board and you just chop it up into, diced pieces, kind of like you would make a chopped barbecue sandwich. And then you just scoop it with a spoon into your thing. And it's great. It is a very practical way to eat a sandwich. It's convenient. It's a little bit more work. I mean, there's obviously another step included, but let me give you a pro tip on this because I've done it a few times now. Leftovers are not a thing. Unless you come back like within the next couple hours and eat it, you're just going to have a bowl of Tupperware mush the next day because you're putting lettuce and ham and mayonnaise, all that crap's just thrown in together, and it doesn't live well in the refrigerator. So, if you're going to do it, it's cool if you do it for like a bunch of people, and then whatever you have left, just throw it away because you're not going to make what you need. You can kind of tell what goes on a sandwich. I need 2 pieces of ham, 1 piece of cheese, and a couple pieces of... Don't make just like a pile of stuff because you're not thinking, I'll just eat it tomorrow. You won't. You won't do it because it'll just be mush and you won't like it. You know how Stephen Colbert has his right ear? It's all like deformed and like half of it's missing. This is Stephen Colbert. If you didn't know, Google it. He's got, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like a birth defect or something. I know he's got a brain defect because he's not a very bright person. But, I don't know if he's just born with half an ear or whatnot. But I wonder if he would have taken to the job that he currently has if the desk was on the other side. If Carson and them had started it where, the guest sat on the left and, the host, because he does this, as he's talking to his guests 90% of the time. And I'm sure he's gotten to the point in his life where he could care less about his deformed ear. But I think early on in his career, it was kind of a, how do you even get, it's like Joaquin Phoenix, right? River Phoenix, good looking dude, dies outside the Viper Room of a drug overdose. And then he's got this brother who becomes a great actor, but not nearly as good looking as River was, right? He's like an uglier version of River, and he's got a hair lip. It's like the dude in American History X that led the hate group there that had Stacy Keach, I think. He's got a hair lip. And I'm like, I ain't got a hair lip. I look better than both of those dudes. And I can do some acting if I need to. Like, I should be an actor over those two. Unless you need somebody that specifically has a hair lip for the role. How does this dude keep... And he's a great actor, don't get me wrong, but he's got a hair lip. It goes with, like, Joker. Like, Joker could have a hair lip. That's cool. He's got the, whatever in the other movie, so, why not a hair lip? But, I don't know, most movies, it's kind of hard I think the dude in Gladiator, he could have had a hair lip. But a lot of his movies don't need a hair lip. Anyway, I say that to say this. I just wonder if he would have been as prominent of a late-night host if he'd have been like this, the whole time, and you would have looked right at that ear, but instead he gets to guard it. And speaking of television, here are my favorite characters of all time in a comedy setting. I'm going to go with Burt Campbell from Soap. I'm going to go with Dwight Schrute and Michael Scott from The Office. I'm going to go with Kramer, obviously. I love Cliff Clavin. Woody's not bad either. Phil Dunphy from Modern Family. I love Bubbles from the Trailer Park Boy. I could watch Bubbles all day long. That is the greatest voice. Step aside, boys. I can't even do the voice. But anyway, that's a great character. And who was the other one? Gob Bluth, as it were, from Arrested Development. If you've never seen Arrested Development, such a good show. I was turned on to that late in life, but, we got... Ron Swanson from Parks and Recs. Those, I think, are the Hall of Fame that are not characters drawn by the man's pen. Obviously we could get into Eric Cartman and Homer and other people from adult cartoons. There's tons of those to choose from. But the people that are actual humans, that's what I'm going to go with. And did you know that JoJo Siwa, however you pronounce her name, she has 46, almost 46 million followers on TikTok? And I was like, that's got to be fraudulent because that's 12% of the American population. Now, I don't know. Obviously, it would be worldwide. But let's just take, I can't remember how many people are in the world. But just in America, that means 1 out of every 8 people endorses that weirdo construction worker looking weird chick that's got crap all over her face. Like, I don't get the attraction. I could see some of these people having a couple million, but 12% of the population is a little excessive, if you ask me. I could be wrong, but maybe I'm not. Anyway, that's all I have. I guess the last thing I'll say is we're about to be unburdened by what Cav's been and burdened by what we are to be, or whatever the hell that moron says all the time. Can't wait. It's going to be awesome. Giddy.